unless you were born in a rock, you don't know who this guy. Born under a rock, you don't know who this guy is. I mentioned earlier, a graduate of Elkmont High School, graduate of Southern Miss, played with the Falcons, the Giants. Ladies and gentlemen, we have online Mr. Michael Boley. Michael, welcome to the Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Man, it's doing good. Man, we're so glad that you got this honor to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and want to know where you are, what you're doing right now.
I am in Arizona and currently just enjoying taking care of my new twins, man. Me and my wife we got 3-month-old twin girls. And
so we woke you up.
Not with twin girls. I'm sure he was already awake with twin girls. Now, twin girls, Michael, that's going to be something, dude. I have a daughter as well, and dads are protective of those daughters. So,
yeah, I've got one. I've got a daughter that's 9.
Oh, okay.
She's about to be 9, and she's I've already super protective of her. And,
yeah.
I'm sure.
What does she think about the new twins? Oh,
she loves it. And she's just ecstatic every time. She lives across on the other side of the valley from where I live in Arizona.
Yes.
Her Mike's wife lives out there. So, man, every chance she gets, she's wanting to come, and
that's awesome.
That's great, man.
That's great. We we got you on the phone to talk about your induction into the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame, and a couple of guys here that have some notes. Judge Jimmy Woodruff and Barry Devine with the Hall of Fame committee, I guess you'd say. Want to talk to you a little bit.
Hey, Michael, this is Barry. How you doing, bud?
Good, how's it going?
All right. Hey, I had the opportunity a while back. I coached your little brother Trey in baseball at Elkmont when he was 12 years old. And, and got to know your dad well. And
oh, Lord.
It's like, what's he going to ask me now?
Says it all. But for our audience out there, you guys actually, was you born and raised over in the Tala area?
Yep, born and raised in Atala. I moved up to Elkmont kind of middle of the fall in my 8th grade year. That's where I finished up.
Okay. Your daddy told me that for our audience, if I'm not mistaken, you played youth football with a former Auburn football great that played running back down the plains. You remember that guy?
Yep, Cadillac Williams.
Really?
That's pretty good little team back there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you? I'm assuming y'all didn't lose no games, did you?
Oh man, we didn't lose many back then. We actually got in Pop Warren. We actually got kicked out of our league down in Gaston one year.
Oh wow, y'all were so
they
good.
They thought my brother. They thought KJ and another teammate. They thought they were older than what they actually were. Mm-hmm. So we ended up getting kicked out for a year. And we actually had to go down and play in Birmingham.
Oh wow.
Man. Well, one memory I have when you played at Elkmont, Michael, I'd like to share with our audience is, I don't know if it was your junior year or your senior year, y'all were playing Colbert County in the playoffs. You remember that game at Elkmont?
Senior year.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I can remember that game like it was yesterday, how dominant you were in that game. Now, for our audience, Colbert County at that point in time was a very good football program.
Oh, yeah.
They were winning and competing for state championship.
They were up there every year with competing for a championship.
They sure were. And that night, Michael Boley is by far the most dominant football player on that field. And you come away from that game and you look at your performance against that level of competition. You're thinking this guy, he's destined for bigger and better things, and certainly you did. And we want to congratulate you on the career that you had at Elkmont and Southern Miss, and certainly in the NFL. And we look forward to seeing you up here, Michael, on the 9th, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I'm very, very honored.
Michael, let me pick up here. This is Jimmy Woodruff. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, buddy. I tell you, as Barry said, I want to congratulate you on an incredible career and how you've always handled yourself as a gentleman and how you've represented Limestone County. And, it's a big thing for us to have a Super Bowl champion football player in the local Hall of Fame. Clearly, that's the first of those we've had. So, first, let me tell you, we are proud to have you as part of our group this year.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I'm very, very honored to be a part of the group.
Tell us about playing in a Super Bowl. Now, we hadn't heard a lot about that. What's it all about?
Oh man, it's crazy to say the least. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, dream about it, and then the day comes and it's like, wow, like this is actually happening. You know, it's you know, I was thinking about it before I got there, and then, you know, you can prepare yourself all you want, but when you actually get there, it's nothing like it.
Yeah. Will y'all be with the Patriots?
Yep.
Pretty good when you can beat the Belichick boys, but what a career you had. I mean, in Atlanta and with the Giants. You, like I say, you have really done us proud. So we want you to tell us about that when you get back and make your speech, okay?
All right, I will do.
All right.
Michael, staying on that Super Bowl theme. So leading up, you know, the week before the game, how many friends and lost family members did you find asking for tickets and, you know, and all that stuff? And you know, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on you, right? You know, you don't want to make anybody mad, but at the same time, everybody can't come.
You know, it actually wasn't that.
What?
You know,
Okay.
It wasn't that bad, because I was one of those people. I kind of let my family know up front. You know, this is the amount of tickets that I get, and this is who can come. You know, not everybody's going to be able to make it. So, you know, I brought my immediate family. You know, my parents, brother, sisters, and you know, my two oldest kids. You know, I knew they would actually remember it. So.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So before I let you go, I wanted to ask about Mikey. I work for the Autism Society of Alabama, and my son Gage has autism, and they're about the same age. So I was just gonna check with you on him and how he's doing.
Oh, he's doing great. He is enjoying school out here. You know, it's all, you know, his school. It's a great school. They do a good job of.
Now, how old is he now?
17.
17. Okay, my son's 18. I knew they were close. So, well, I'm glad to hear he's doing well, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Michael, real quick. We're going back and forth with you, but I just want to, when you were, you know, at Elkmont High School, you know, back then, you know, they've had some good athletes, but, I mean, clearly you were, at the time, being highly recruited. And we know you went to Southern Miss, but who all was recruiting you besides Southern Miss at the time, and what made you decide on Southern Miss?
I only had one other offer.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, I had one other offer, and that was Alabama A&M.
Unbelievable.
Boy, they missed the boat, didn't they?
I did not know that.
Wow.
Oh, unbelievable. So you didn't really have, I mean, of course, A&M, the locals, you know, home school and everything, that was great, but, I mean, I guess when you had that choice there in Southern Miss and get to play some big-time football, there was really no choice.
Yeah, you know, I took a couple of visits to A&M and spoke with the coach, and, you know, I felt good about them. For me, I want to actually get away from home. Not that I don't love home.
Yeah,
I want to get away and explore. I want to explore. And so that was something for me that was, you know, it was big for me, and it was a big step for me to actually, you know, get away from home.
Yeah.
So,
especially coming from a small community.
Yeah, and I loved it. And I actually had a cousin at Southern Miss, two cousins actually. When I got there, so that was, you know, that kind of helped me kind of, you know, fix myself in.
Well,
I wasn't. I thought that I was gonna, you know, get more offers, you know, coming out. You know, I grew up I grew up a diehard Auburn fan.
Oh, glad you didn't go there.
It kind of, and it kind of, so I, had saw them, and I was kind of like, man, I want to go to Auburn. I did a couple of summer camps down there and stuff, and just didn't get a chance to make it down there, so to speak.
Yeah, I hear you.
They didn't offer me, and so it wasn't like, at the end of the day, I couldn't complain too much, basically.
Hey, Michael, this is Barry again. I got a question, kind of follow up on your recruiting there, and another person that played in this county about the same time you did. For all of us that follow college recruiting that put a lot of emphasis on the STAR system, okay, you and another gentleman about that same time that left the state to play football, one Phillip Rivers at Athens High School, who one day join you in this Hall of Fame once he retires from the NFL. Did your paths ever cross in the NFL? Did y'all ever talk about your old Limestone County days?
We spoke briefly after a game. When I played in San Diego, but we didn't really get a chance to go in depth about too much. He said we just talked about how often do you make it back home, and how's life in Cali, because obviously Cali's a little bit different than most places. That's like living in another country.
Oh, yeah,
Imagine.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Michael, who was your high school coach at Elmont?
Tommy Hunter.
Coach Hunter.
Yeah, now Coach is one of he does all the hiring up here at Limestone County. He's in the
HR man.
He's the HR guy. He's the one that kind of does the hiring and firings now. So he's still kind of in authority up here, Michael.
I know. I was home a little less than a year ago. I spoke to him. I went and had to search for him, because before that, the last time I came home, he was still up at Ardmore.
Yeah, you had left Ardmore, and then he got that job. So that was his last spot, is at Ardmore. So that's great. So I'm sure Coach you enjoyed playing for him.
Oh yeah, it was definitely it was a blast, so to speak. I still keep in touch with some of the guys that we played together in high school, and
that's awesome.
And just being able to catch up on old times and reminisce about the old days. It's fun.
Oh, yeah.
And who was your college coach at Southern Miss?
Coach Bauer.
Okay.
Yeah, Bauer.
Yeah, he was a good one.
Oh yeah.
Well, going back to Mr. Hunter, I mean, we got a couple of openings here in the county as far as football coaches go. So,
well, they just got filled.
Did they get filled?
Yeah,
okay, well, scratch that then.
Yeah,
Tim's going to invite you back.
I was going to get you back home.
He had to get that teaching. Yeah, if you got your teaching degree, you right and get you back up here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you probably remember my brother KJ. KJ, he lives back down in Ocala where we grew up, and he's back and forth up there in Athens all the time. My dad still lives up there.
Awesome.
Okay, that's great.
That's great. So you will be coming in personally for the induction Hall of Fame. That'd be great. We hope to see you and say hello to you, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael.
I will be there.
Hey, our golf tournament is going to be on the 7th at Canebrake, and we would love to have you out there to join us for that as well, buddy.
I won't be able to make it. My son has an MRI here in Arizona that day.
Okay.
But I will be there for the ceremony, though.
Sounds good. We look forward to seeing you, buddy.
I look forward to it, too, man.
Right.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
Take
I
care.
appreciate it. All right, have a good one.
You too, bud.
And that was Hall of Fame inductee Michael Boley, and that was fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
Absolutely.
You don't get to talk to Super Bowl winners on
No,
telephone.
you don't. Not every day. It doesn't
Absolutely.
happen.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate, talking WKAC, the Big 1080.